Ever since Magnezone got introduced in Generation 4 in Pokémon Diamond and Pearl, it has been a staple in the overuse tier, which is the main tier of competitive play of Pokémon Showdown. However, after 18 years, it has fallen out of the overuse tier in Pokémon Scarlet and Violet competitive singles, and now only has a 0.9% usage rate in the OU tier. So what happened? Magnezone has a very unique ability that sets it apart from all other Pokémon. The ability Magnet Pull. Magnet Pull prevents the opposing Pokémon from switching out of the battle if it is a Steel type, essentially trapping the Pokémon on the battlefield. The only exception for this are if the Pokémon is a part Ghost type, like Aegislash or Gholdengo, or if it is holding the Shed Shell item. Magnezone is the only Pokémon in the game to have this ability, and is primarily used because of this ability. This ability allows Magnezone to trap important Steel types that might be troublesome for its teammates and eliminate them from the battle, opening up its team even more. You can imagine how game changing this can be, since Steel type Pokémon are some of the best defensive Pokémon out there and therefore very common. For example, if your counter to Great Tusk is Corviknight and it gets trapped by Magnezone, there's nothing you can do about it, and the Great Tusk can now freely click its ground attack against your team. This is the value Magnezone brought to the table, and the sole reason it secured a spot in the overuse tier every generation. This means though that Magnezone is only as good as the Steel types are in the meta. This is where the problem comes in. Currently in Gen 9 overused there are 6 Steel types. However, Magnezone can only really beat 2 of these Steel types. Gholdengo cannot be trapped by Magnet Pull due to its Ghost typing. Iron Threads beats Magnezone with its ground typing. Kingambit can use Terrestrialize and its natural bulk plus offensive power to beat Magnezone, and Scissor has close combat as coverage. Earthworm doesn't really require that much counterplay, making Magnezone irrelevant there too. So that leaves us with one relevant Steel type for Magnezone to trap: Corviknight. While Corviknight is a very common Pokémon, it isn't worth a team slot just to counter a Pokémon that you might run into, since it otherwise is a waste of a team slot. Last generation this was very different, since there were way more relevant Steel types for Magnezone to trap, with these being Ferrothorn, Melmetal, Kartana, Corviknight as well, and Bisharp. And these were also pretty common in the meta. Sure, you could use Magnezone as a wall breaker with choice packs to not have a wasted team slot dedicated to beating Corviknight, but there are other Pokémon out there that do that job better. That's everything I have on why Magnezone has fallen in Gen 9 competitive singles. I will say though that if more viable Steel types return in a DLC, that Magnezone will very likely rise up again. However, as it stands right now, it has fallen down from its original spot. So if you enjoyed the video or learned something new, consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more competitive Pokémon coverage. Also let me know your thoughts about the fall of Magnezone, and let me know if I missed something. That being said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.